Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rizka Amanda. I am from University Raden Fatah Palembang, English Education 4. Today, I will do a presentation about Chapter 3, Supporting Detail, Facts, Question and Statistics. The first, I will explain about facts versus opinion. It is important to distinguish between facts and opinions. What is opinion and facts? Opinions are subjective statements based on a person's beliefs or attitudes, such as men are better drives than women. Smoking is a bad habit. English is an easy language to learn. This sentence is opinions because a person believes, not faith. However, you must not use an opinion as support, and if you express an opinion, you must support with facts. Facts are objective statements of truth, such as at sea level water boils 100 degrees Celsius. Women live longer than men. Cigarettes are addictive. This sentence is facts, not opinion. Sometimes even facts need proof, while all three statements are facts. The last two needs proof. Photograph of Ukraine fashion models sends the warm message to girls and young women. Fashion models are united team. Average model with 25% less than the average woman of the same height. The sentence 1, this is opinion. The sentence 2, this is fact that need proof. The sentence 3, this is specific supporting detail. Decides which of the following statements is O for opinions and F and V for facts that needs proof and SST for specific supporting detail. People who steal identities do a lot of damage before victims become aware of it. Punishment for identity theft is not severe enough. Last year, the loss of victims and total more than $7 billion. And sentence 1 is facts but needs proof, and sentence 2 this is opinion, and sentence 3 this is specific supporting detail. Okay, maybe enough. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ria Puspita Dewi. Now I will explain about outside sources. So, outside sources are references that are used as evidence of an article, which can be in the form of essays, reports, and etc. There are three ways to insert outside information into your own writing. First, you can quote it. Second, you can summarize it. And third, you can paraphrase it. This time, we will discuss about the first way, which is to cite a sentence as outside sources of an article. Outside sources are also used to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is the act of acknowledging the work or ideas of others on your own. And it is a serious offense. Why? Because if you do, it's the same as you looking for other people's idea. The question is how to avoid plagiarism. One way to avoid plagiarism is you can include outside sources by putting quotation mark around the sentence that you are copying. But if you want to change the word, you don't need to use quotation mark in the round sentence. And then citing sources. There are two-step process to citing sources. First, insert a short reference on the parenthesis at the end of each piece of borrowed information. It's called in-text citation. And second, prepare a list describing all your sources completely. This list is titled Well Cited and appears at the last page of your paper. And this is the example of in-text citation. From this until this is reference to sentence in the quotation mark. And the sentence in the quotation mark is quoted that we were copied. And Q&A is the title of an article from which the sentence in the quotation mark were copied. And then if the readers want more information about the sources, they can turn to the cited list at the last page. And this is the example of entry in works cited list. Q&A is red light running is the completely title of an article. And then Insurance Institute for Highway Safety is from which the article was published online. June 2003 is the date when article was published, and then the date 26 February 2004 is the date the writer found the article while researching the topic. And then this is the website address where the article can be found. Okay, that's all from me. I'm sorry if any mistake. Thank you for your attention, and I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Setyawati. I am from English Education Study Program from PBI4. So in this video, I want to continue about quotation. First of all, I want to ask you first, do you know what is the meaning of quotation? So, quotation is a group of words or a short piece of writing taken from a book, play, speech, etc. and repeated because it is interesting or useful. And mark is the function to write or draw a symbol on something in order to give information about it. So, we can conclude that the meaning of quotation mark is a pair of marks placed around a word, sentence, etc. to show that it is what somebody said or wrote, that it is little, or that you are using it in an unusual way. And you can see in PPT in my laptop. So because it is like a mirror image, so I just put the capture or the image beside me in here. So quotation divided two kinds. The first is direct quotation and the second is indirect quotation. Indirect quotation, it means that you copy another person, exact words or spoken, and enclose them with a quotation mark. While indirect quotation, the meaning is you report another person's works indirectly without a quotation mark, but with reporting expression according to XYZ or XYZ believes that. The next is about reporting verbs and phrase. Do you know what is the meaning reporting verb? So reporting verb is a verb that used to indicate that discourse is being quoted or paraphrased, and that is also called communication verb. So reporting verbs such as the following: assert, claim, declare, report, say, state, mention, suggest, write, and another. But you can see beside me in the screen of capture of my PPT. So the next, I want to explain you about here are some rules in their use. So actually there are 4 rules, but I just explain only one rules. The first rules is reporting verbs can appear before, in the middle of, or after borrowed information. While for reporting praise usually comes before or after borrowed information but not in the middle. For example, one young bicyclist says, to win in a world class competition, you have to take drugs. And the example of in the middle after borrowed information, for example, to win in a world class competition, says one young bicyclist, you have to take drugs. And the last, the example of after borrowed information of reporting verb, to win world class competition, you have to take drugs, says one young bicyclist. And the example of reporting praise according to before borrowed information. According to one young bicyclist, athletes have to take drugs to win. And the example of after borrowed information according to. For example, athletes have to take drugs to win, according to one young bicyclist. So if it is for reporting verbs, can appear before, in the middle of, or after borrowed information. But for reporting praise according to, we can put in the before or after borrowed information. We cannot put it in the middle. So that's all my explanation. And the last say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Oktavia. Today I will explain the next material from my group. Reporting verb can be used either with or without the subordinator as. It means you can look at the example in here. The example 1, you can write the name, and the example you can also not write the name, or you can write without the name from search. And you should write in the first sentence like in example, one writer says, or he said, and she said, like this, like that. Number 3, reporting verb can be used in any tense. It means that the reporting verb we can write in past tense or present tense. It's in the any tense. For example, in present simple and past simple. In present simple, the sentence is he said, I buy an English book. And in past simple, the sentence is he said that he bought an English book. And if you're and of course if the sentence different tense, past simple and present simple have a different word, like he said and he said that, he said I and he said that he, and by in present tense and both in present and in past tense. Number 4, including the search of the borrowed information with the reporting expression give authority to your writing because it lets your reader know immediately that your information is from a credible source. It's that reader know where the information was obtained from and prove that the writing is sourced. And I think reporting verb as form our appreciation for the source. Next, about punctuating direct quotation. Follow this general rule for punctuating direct quotation. The first, for quotation mark around information that you copy forward from a source, do not use quotation mark with paraphrases or summarize and indirect quotation. The rule number 2, normally place commas and periods before that first mark and also the second mark in a pair quotation mark. If you insert only a few quotes word into your own sentence, don't use commas. And when you add an in-text citation after a quotation, put the period after the closing parenthesis mark. The rule number 3, capitalize the first word of the quotation, like this. The rule number 4, if you break a quoted sentence into 2 parts, enclose both parts in quotation mark and separate the part with commas. The rule number 5, if you omit word, use an ellipsis or 3 space period. The rule number 6, if you add word, put square bracket around the word you have to add. The rule number 7, use the simple quotation mark to enclose quotation within quotation. The rule number 8, if your quotation is 4 lines or longer, do not use quotation mark. Introduce this type of quotation with a colon and indent if 1 inch from the left hand margin. Okay guys, I think enough the material from me. The next material will be explained by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, I am Verzanola. I want to tell you next materials, sequence of tenses rules. Tenses change. Simple present becomes simple past. If you use direct quotations, you must simple present. Susan's example, Susan said the exam is 8 o'clock. If you change indirect quotation, you must use simple past. Example, Susan said that the exam was 8 o'clock. Okay, number 2, simple present and simple past and present perfect become past perfect. If you direct questions, you must simple past and present perfect. Example, she cites we didn't have time to eat breakfast. He cites the exam has just started. If you indirect question, you must use past perfect. Example, she cited that they had not had time to eat breakfast. He cites that the exam had just started. Okay, next, will become watch, can become coach, might become Mike, and must become had to. If you use direct questions, you must use will, can, could, might, and must. If you change indirect questions, you must use would, could, might, and had to. Example, Sam mentioned today I will eat Chinese food, and tomorrow I'll eat French food if I can find a good restaurant. Okay? Next, indirect questions. Sam mentions that today he would eat Chinese food, and that tomorrow he'd eat French food if he could find a good restaurant. Next, and the last, time expressing may change if the meaning requires it. Example, the teacher said you must finish the test right now. And then, the teacher cites that we had to finish the test right then. Next material. Three exceptions. There are three exceptions. Number 1, when the reporting verbs is simple present, present perfect, or future, the verb tenses in the question does not change. Example, says I can finish it today. Become he says that he can finish it today. Number 2, when the reporting phrase is according to the verb tense does not change. Example, the lawyer cites my client is incarnate. Is in according to the lawyer, his client is incarnate. And then number 3, when the quotes information is fake or general truth, the verb tense in the question does not change. Example, he cites water boils at a low temperature in the mountain. Become he cites that water boils at a lower temperature in the mountains. Okay, I think that's enough.